The Königsberg School has assigned grades 1 through 7 to pods A through G, 1 grade per pod. Some of the pods are connected by walkways, as shown in the figure below. The school noticed that each pair of connected pods has been assigned grades differing by 2 or more grade levels. For example, grades 1 and 2 will not be in pods directly connected by a walkway. What is the sum of the grade levels assigned to pods C, E, and F? So for this problem, one way to solve it is to directly determine which grades should go to which pods. From there, we can find C plus E plus F. Now, it turns out we're actually going to show in a bit that you do not actually need to do this. It is possible to solve this problem without figuring out any of the pods. But let's first figure out one valid assignment. Now, the first thing to notice is that C and F, these are both connected to 5 other pods. So, for example, pod C gets connected to every other pod except for G. And what this means is that we can actually conclude that C and F have to be assigned grades 1 and 7 in some order. So for example, I'll say that grade 1 goes to C, grade 7 goes to F. This is because if C and F get any other grades, let's say C gets grade 2, then 1 and 3 cannot be adjacent to C, and this is only going to leave 4 other grade levels for 5 pods, which is a contradiction. So therefore, we can establish that C and F, they must get grades 1 and 7 in some order. Once we've established this, we can actually determine where grades 2 and 6 go, because grade 2 must not be adjacent to C, and similarly with grade 6. So we can now conclude that G must get grade 2, D must get grade 6. Now, at this point, we have 3 remaining pods and 3 remaining grades, 3, 4, and 5. And we just need to determine which one gets pod E. The key idea here is that because A and B are adjacent, these 2 grades cannot be consecutive numbers. So this means that A and B must be 5 and 3 in some order, and E must get grade 4. So therefore, we can conclude that C plus E plus F is going to be 1 plus 4 plus 7, which is 12. That is answer choice A. Now, as mentioned at the beginning of the video, I stated that we do not actually need to assign any of these grades to the pods because there is a very clever observation that we can make. That observation is as follows. So given a valid assignment of grades to the pods, if I replace each grade with that number subtracted from 8, so A becomes 8 minus A, B becomes 8 minus B, and so on. This is also going to be a valid assignment of grades to the pods. So we can see this because if A and B differ by 2 or more, then so will 8 minus A and 8 minus B. I'll leave it to you to check that. But the key idea here is that by replacing these 7 grades with 8 minus A, 8 minus B, and so on, this gives another assignment that satisfies the conditions of the problem. Moreover, because this is an AMC8 problem, there must be one and only one answer. And so instead of finding the values of C, E, and F directly, we can actually now establish that C plus E plus F has to equal 8 minus C plus 8 minus E plus 8 minus F, because we know that there must be one answer. And so this is going to simplify to C plus E plus F equals 24 minus the sum C plus E plus F. Now we can conclude that C plus E plus F has to equal 12. Again, this shows that the answer is choice A, but we did not need to actually compute C, E, and F.